welcome. My name is Jocelyn and today is update number 2 in my rolling project pan for the year of 2019. I am panning 9 products through the year of 2019, but this is a rolling project pan. So if I decide that something isn't worth my time, or if I hit my goal on something, I am allowed to roll it out of this project and roll something new in if I would like to. I've already done that with a couple products in my first update, so if you want to check that out, I will link it down below. I also have an intro for this if you'd like to watch that. That one will also be linked down below. But let's go ahead and just get started with this update. I have a lot of good progress on some things, minor progress on some things, and then no progress on 1 out of the 9 things. So the first item in my year-long project pan is a bronzer. This is the MAC bronzer. This is just the matte bronzing powder. My goal with this for the year is to use it up. It is my only non-cruelty-free bronzer in my collection, and I already had pan on it at the beginning of the year, so I wanted to use it up this year. I have not used it up quite yet. However, I have really good progress, so let me show you. This is what my pan looks like now. As you can see, please ignore my horrendous nails, but this is what the pan looks like. It has got a lot more pan showing. As you can see, I'm getting really close to using this up. This is the only bronzer that I've been using over the last 3 months. I feel like I've been doing really good. I don't hate this bronzer. It is what I'm wearing because I, again, have been using this ever since the beginning of the year. This is the only bronzer I've been using, so I've been making really good progress. I'm excited to get it finished up, used up out of my collection. For those of you who caught my low buy update for the month of February, so the one that was just uploaded recently, I think it was my second update to my low buy series, I was gifted for Valentine's Day the Marc Jacobs bronzer, but I didn't want to use that one until I used this one up. So I've got a lot of incentive to use this up, and I'm making steady progress. So there is my first product. Next, we have a powder. I am trying to use up my RCMA No Color Translucent Powder this year. I depotted it from its original container into a Laura Mercier container to make it just easier to use because the other container sucked, basically. So that's what's going on here, and I'm trying to kind of keep track of my usage on the bottom here. It's kind of hard to do that, so I mean, fortunately, my goal with this is just to use it up, so we know when I've finished my goal is when it's all gone. But let me show you what the progress kind of looks like. This bottom line right here is sort of where I'm at now. Again, it's kind of hard to judge because the powder just doesn't sit quite properly in there, but I've got a decent amount of progress on this so far. I would like to try and start baking potentially to get this used up more because I am really oily, so baking is something that I could incorporate into my beauty routine at times if I would like to, and it would probably be beneficial, but I just don't. But I could do that with this product to just kind of make it go away a little faster. I don't love this product. I don't hate this product. It's kind of just very meh in my collection. But there are powders that I absolutely love and would love to start using instead of this one. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. This is like the only powder I use every single day, so we're making good progress on it. Next is the, oh boy. Next is the one product that I have no progress on at all. I haven't used it at all this year. This is the Colourpop Super Shock Highlighter in the shade On the Cusp. Again, there is no progress on this because it's a little bit too dark to use on my face in the dead of winter or the early spring. It's a little bit too dark for me, but I have plans on using this kind of the first time I get a tan and use this as my highlighter when that happens, which I will be able to probably use hopefully at the beginning of the summer if I just go outside a bit, and then all of summer, fall, and then maybe not so much this winter. But I should have a lot of progress on this later in the year. My goal with this is just to hit pan, but again, there's no progress on it, so not much to update you there. Next, I have a single eyeshadow. This is the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the shade Amber Rush. My goal with this is just to hit pan, which might be ambitious. We shall see. I have all year. I've been making steady progress. I try and use this at least 1 or 2 times a week, and I've been relatively successful with that, and I've got a little bit of a dent, so let me show you what it looks like. So as you can see right in the middle there, I do have quite the dent going on. I normally wet my brush and then kind of focus my brush right in the center there where you can see that dip going on, and it's been pretty good. I really like the way this looks on my eyes. It's a really beautiful rose gold metallic shade, but L'Oreal is not cruelty free, which is why I wanted to include it in this year-long project pan, is to get some good solid use out of it in hopes of one day being able to use it up because again, L'Oreal isn't cruelty free, but making really good progress on this, but I have the rest of the year, so I'm not in any hurry, and I enjoy using it. So I have 2 skincare items and then 2 lip products. Let's start with a skincare product. This is the Boscia Luminizing Black Mask. This is a peel-off mask. I think this is just a deluxe size sample, and I was expecting to have it used up during this update, but I only used it once between last update and this update, and so I'm pretty sure it's really light. I'm pretty sure I have 1.5, maybe 2 uses left in this. As long as I reach for it a couple times between now and my next update, then I will probably have it done and can roll a different mask into my year-long project pan. But I mean, it's really, really light. Again, I have used it once, so not too much progress to show you here, but I did use it once and I'm pretty sure it's going to be used up by the next update. Next, I have a lotion. So I have a little bit to say with this lotion. This is the Sol de Janeiro Coco Cabana Cream. I originally threw this into this project pan because I wanted to use it up. It was fresh in my collection. It was sent to me by Sol de Janeiro and Octoly. I didn't love it, but it was kind of an expensive cream and I liked the way it made my legs feel after like 24 hours. But if you remember, if you've been following along with my updates, this left a tacky feel on my skin for a decent amount of time after applying it, and if I wasn't careful, it left a heating sensation right after I applied it. So I have come up with some tricks that seem to have fixed all of the issues I was having. So first and foremost, I wait after showering a decent amount of time so that all of my pores close themselves a little bit more, and then apply this, and that has caused the heating sensation to stop, so I don't get to that uncomfortable heating sensation that is not very good and not a good sign. It's probably due to some kind of allergic reaction or something that I've never gotten before and don't get anymore now that I've learned when to apply this. And also, as far as the tackiness goes, I started taking the time to rub this in. So before I would just kind of put it on, rub it in a little bit, and then take off and do something else, but now I sit there and like really kind of massage it into the skin until it's like it's hard to massage anymore, and that seems to help a lot. There is still a little bit of time between applying it and my legs getting completely smooth and non-tacky, but not nearly as long as before. So I have learned how to use this properly and it's working really well. I've actually been enjoying it. It doesn't help with the smell though. The smell was the other thing that I didn't love about this product, and it still is quite smelly, but that's easy to bypass and doesn't linger on the skin. I have been using it quite a lot. As you can see, it's really, really far down there. I've only had this for 2.5 months maybe, so not too long, and I have been using it just about every time I shower. I'll smooth it onto my legs and sometimes my arm area, but I've been using it a lot and it is quite a ways down. I don't know if I'll finish this by the next update, but probably within the next couple updates. I do have one other project pan that I just started and then 2 more that I'll be starting in a couple of months, so I might not film these updates every month. I might end up doing these every other month. We'll see how. I only want to film an update if I have an okay amount of progress on enough products. Excuse you. I only want to film updates if I have enough progress on some products to make it worth it, so we'll see, but just heads up. Oh, I totally missed a product. This was supposed to be talked about earlier. The Hourglass Stick Foundation I have been using. I also have had issues with this. If you, again, have been following my Project Pan updates and intro, I used to love this, and so I had repurchased it a couple times, but I do not like it anymore. But this is a very expensive foundation. This is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation, and so I wanted to use it up. This is my winter shade, so I wanted to use it up before summer hit, and that is why it's in this project pan. This is how much product I have left. As you can see, there is not that much in here. Now, what I don't like about this is, one, I don't like the way it looks right after I apply it anymore. For some reason, I used to like the way it looked right after I was done applying it, but it just, for some reason, I don't know if my skin has changed or something, it doesn't look that good. It looks kind of heavy on my skin nowadays. But also, halfway through the day, it would just slip and slide all over the center of my face and just not look good at all. But what I have learned is that if I apply it in the morning and it starts to do that, which it does every single time, slip and slide all over my skin, it layers really well. So I am able to reapply in the center of my face, buff it in, and it looks so much better. And it helps me get through it faster. So let me show you what the actual progress looks like. So this is my little sheet of paper with all my progress. So this is where I started with the foundation. This was my first update. And down here is this update. So you can see I've used a lot. I think reapplying it halfway through the day has not only helped me enjoy this foundation more, but it's helped me use it up faster. So win-win on this product and the Sol de Janeiro product, because these were two things that I didn't totally love using, but have learned to use much better nowadays. Okay, so we have 2 lip products next. If you caught my last update, you know that I rolled out 2 products that were no good anymore and rolled 2 new products in. The first is a Bite Beauty lip crayon. This is in the shade Rhubarb. I wanted to throw a Bite Beauty lip crayon in here because Bite Beauty is made with very natural ingredients and can go bad sooner than other lip products. So it is what I'm wearing on my lips today. I love the color and I love the texture of these. They're just so moisturizing, and I'm not gonna, well, I guess I can kind of show you what it looks like. That is how much product I have left. Still quite a bit. I'm not in a hurry to use these lip products up, but I do wish that I had used them more because I did use them, but not a ton, as you'll see when I show you their updates. But all right, so here is the shade Rhubarb. So the first line up here is the intro. This second line is this update. So I've only used it, maybe this might have been my 3rd time applying it, so not that much. Hopefully between now and my next update I can use it more, because I do like wearing it. I have a lot of lipsticks and I like wearing a lot of different lipsticks. So, but the good thing about this is that I can reapply it. So there's that. And finally, my last lip product is a NARS Audacious lipstick. NARS is not cruelty free, but I do love these lipsticks. So I wanted to throw it in my project pan to get it used up. And this is the one that I have the most progress on. As you can see, that's how much I have left. It is a very nice nude, natural, warm toned kind of color. This one I've used probably 3 or 4 times, but the progress doesn't look as significant. So here it is. Here, I mean, you can barely tell the difference, but up there is the first intro line and right below it is the update line. So not that much progress on those 2 products, but overall I feel decent. This is a year-long project pan, so I have lots of time to hit my goals on these products. And again, I do have lots of project pans going on this springtime and into the summer, so if you like project pans, please consider subscribing. If you liked this video, if you like project pans, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up before you go. It helps me out and makes me feel oh so good. And I think that is everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.